I can't. No. My name's Isabel. Isabel Henao. I'm 19. My major is psychology. I got into it because I was like, oh, I like brains. I like stuff that deals with mental health, and I want to help people. So let me just do psychology. But I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And now that I'm actually into it, I'm just like, what am I doing in here? I enjoy the classes, but I don't want to. Not anymore. No bueno. Right now, my minor is social work, and I actually enjoy that much more than doing psychology because I'm actually helping people, and I can help people who have mental illnesses, substance abuse, children, and all that stuff. But right now, I'm just testing the waters, and hopefully, I can actually change it to my major and apply to the social work school because I actually do want to become a social worker now and just change psychology to my minor and be like, hello, you're there. I know about brains. I can help you. I don't want to wing my life anymore. That's too emotional. Well, if I apply to a social work school and I actually get into it, they have this program where you could graduate with your bachelor's and you get your licensing to practice social work. So if I do that, then I'll probably take a year or two off. No, I'll take a year or two after I graduate with my bachelor's to work in the field and be like, okay, this is how it is. And then from there, I'll decide if I'll do my master's. I'll probably do my master's because I want to have more licensing shit after my name so it could be fancy. I mean, I know there's like some sorority. I don't know what the frick with like psychology. I'm not too sure about social work. I never looked into it because I don't really want to be in organizations that deal with my major. Like, I'm already taking classes. Like, I don't want to talk about that. Maybe I can meet cool people. But I'm like, no, please. If I'm gonna join an organization, I want to join one that will like distract me from school, take me out of that school mentality, and just like enjoy it, not school. At least that's how I think it works. I'm part of the Korean Culture Club. It's pretty cool. We just mess around, to be honest, but we talk about like the culture and stuff like that. Well, most of them want to talk about like the music and all that K-pop. But I'm like, no, I actually like the culture though. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about food too. So once in a while we'll do that too. And it's pretty fun. I've got to meet cool people. I volunteered this past semester at the local high school here, as it was required from my 2375 class. You have to do 50 hours of social work. 50 hours of volunteer work at a place where I have like a social worker has to deal with that. So I chose Rural Talent Search, and I was at the local high school. So I got to meet some social work people, learn from them. Well, actually, working at the high school, volunteering there, wasn't really that much fun because I didn't actually really interact much with like the students or anything. So I'm like, I came here to help and volunteer. Like, I'm just there doing meaningless paperwork for a person who wasn't even my supervisor. She was just a random lady. So I was just like, oh, okay. But the actual people from the office, from Talent Search, like, they're really helpful. And like, I only got to meet like them like maybe once or twice, but in those like times, like, I actually got to like get information and hopefully like be like, hey, be my friend, let's not work. And also there's this one professor on campus, I think she likes me, Professor McGee. She's a really good professor. I've never actually had her, but she's actually really good. Like, I had to interview her like this, except minus the camera, and it didn't feel like an interview. It just felt like a conversation, but like a very meaningful conversation. And I'm like, damn, dude. And she sees me around campus and tells me hi, and she knows my name. Like, who does that? She does. If I go with my psychology route, I should graduate the fall of 2016. Yeah, we're in 2014, yeah, 2016. If I decide to take the social work route, then I should graduate the spring or fall of 2017, which is when I'm supposed to graduate anyways. Financially, I'm broke. I am broke AF. Okay, like, I used to have an on-campus job, and then I quit that because I just didn't like where I was working, and then no one else wants to hire me. So right now I'm really dependent on my parents. So, I mean, I can get by. I'm not here struggling like, guys, like, can you help me or whatever? No, I'm just like, okay, each month, my parents pay my rent and my electricity. And then they give me extra money to buy groceries and stuff like that. And I save as much as I can. So I won't be calling them often like, hey, like I need money and this and that. I'm just like, okay, just make it last until they put me money again. So for me, I guess it hasn't been that hard, but for my parents, it has been. Add that in there.